Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The message behind saying the title of the Heavyweight Podcast is to be able to say that we can weigh in on some heavy shit. You know, what we're talking about is important from every aspect of it. It's a heavy weight. It's not just about physical weight, but the weight of things that can weigh our minds. So I think it's dope that we can have this conversation. What's good? This is episode 108 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name for the beautiful people out here.
What up? It's your boy Larry the Ash Brother. Holla at your boy. What up?
Did you say the Ash Brother?
Larry the Ash
As you shot a jump shot?
You see it in your face. Them nubs.
It's your boy. It's your boy Molly. That was a good one.
And they call me Hunter.
How are your weeks?
Better than getting cussed out all week. So there's that. It wasn't cooler, it's still fucking hot, but you know.
The child is back in school and it's peaceful for about 6 hours a day.
I don't have that.
It's So it's been cool, you know. My mother is gone. We miss her, but we're happy she's gone. And yeah, that's it. Baby girl back in school. She's a first gardener, and that's it. It's a peaceful week, chill. Nothing more eventful.
My week has been very melodramatic.
Can't tell by the tone.
The only thing that irked me this week was stupid work. That's all.
You want to talk about it?
Work.
You want to talk about it?
Work. They're just nitpicking. Nitpicking bad.
Ooh.
Bad.
That's
bad.
Racist. They shouldn't be nitpicking.
Bad. They are on one
I thought
now.
nitpicking was abolished.
It's like they have this attitude of we're just gonna be completely assholes to you until whatever deeming moment.
Nitpicking.
Nitpicking, bruh. I mean, bad.
They only do it to brothers.
Mm.
No, actually, right now they're doing it to everybody.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
I know what you mean, though. I'm just trying to leave that out. You know, I'm trying to be fair about what I say.
Continuating my line of thought.
You know, I don't want to make it about race. I want to bring all of us into this because, you know, I will say our job is they do not care what race you are to fuck you over.
Here come Gandhi over here.
Even though most of the people that work there are black and brown.
Mm-hmm. So, but it is what it is. You know, we'll get through it. You know, we know how to move.
McFly, your week, sir?
Just sitting at home.
That's lovely.
I did forget this.
What do you have the AC?
Last week.
72. 72.
72.
Don't talk about that. Don't talk about heat right now.
Just because you won't cut your AC on don't mean mad at us. What they got to do with it?
Hey, that cool week we had. I was glad.
I forgot to say last week Andreas got a physical, and they told him that he would be no shorter than 5'11".
Oh.
Lies. No shorter than 6'3".
They're saying he could be taller than 5'11", but the shortest he would be is 5'11" at his growing rate.
Yeah.
That was cool. But then he was terrified by 3 needles, and he cried for about an hour and a half.
Did you hold his hand?
Oh, I wasn't in there. I had the other 2. I just know when he came out.
Good move. I see you.
I refuse to be the bad parent in those.
Right.
I'm fun dad. I ain't the one that's like.
Yeah. Because now mom didn't stop it from happening because dad couldn't stop it because he went in the room. I see you. Smart.
I don't want to be associated with the bad situations like needles and doctor's visits.
I couldn't do it. She got a shot when she was like 3 months, and I almost wanted. And the way she cried, I wanted to take off on the nurse. So I said, I can't do this no more. I said, this ain't good for my freedom.
Yeah. So other than that, I've just been sitting here contemplating making music more.
I don't see why not. Putting out fire. I mean, you keeping the fire department busy.
Yeah. Put out like a small mixtape called Brush Fires.
Hey, I'm for it.
I like that. That's quick.
Yeah.
Hey, that boy good.
You know, I've been contemplating something. I haven't come to terms with it yet.
Are you gonna break dance?
Yeah,
No, I've been thinking about one of my hobbies. I might not do it no more.
What? This
RC
happened.
riding?
What you talking about? What?
Why you sound so sad?
Yeah,
Oh, no, I'm not sad. Huh?
You brought it up. You
What hobby are you referring to? I mean, this shit.
Motorcycle riding. You want to be honest?
Why you gonna?
I don't know. It's just I'm in one of those areas with it right now. Just either I'm gonna have to let it sit in it for a little bit and figure out what I'm going to do, or get out of it.
It's because of me.
You're not so much you. It's not really you. You played a part. I'm not gonna lie about that. That ain't no lie. But it's everything about it, dude. You know, like what happened to you, then what happened to the other people, just to add a little bit, and then the friends.
Just bad summer.
Yeah, it kind of was, you know. And I've been through those enough times to where I'm really contemplating it.
Now that sparked my interest.
What?
The other man. Are you done with motorcycle riding?
Me? Oh no, hell no. As soon as I can afford one, I'm getting on. I'm not done. No.
Yeah. So.
And everyone in your household is okay with that?
No, they're not. It's an ongoing battle. And she's rallying her troops, and I'm saying, God bless you, because it's my decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't say I would see myself really giving it up right now. I know I might have to take a break. I just don't know how long I want to yet.
Well, I feel like if you're mentally not there in the ride, then you shouldn't ride.
Well, I won't ride, but in the same token, that me being out on the bike might actually change the way I feel too.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
I haven't. I low key, be honest and truthful, I haven't ridden since Mo crashed.
And to be truthful, I really didn't want to ride that day. I should have stayed my ass home, like I said.
So, you know, I don't know.
Got your ankle broken the honest way with me at the basketball court, but you know.
Wouldn't have happened, sir, because I wouldn't have guarded you that hard. I would just let you go. You're taller. You're stronger. I probably have a quicker first step, but you're quicker than me. Everything else, I'm gonna just let you go by. I'm not. You know me. I don't try. When I go to the basketball court, I'm not trying to prove nothing. I have no problem losing the basketball to anybody. It will not affect my self-esteem at all.
No, miss layups.
Anybody, huh?
Anyway, getting into the festivities. This is a juicy story told by Mo Lethal. I'm gonna read it, but we really should dive into this. Hear the story. All right, the topic is my friend, 25 female, and her boyfriend, 36 male, involved me in their kink without my 25 female consent. How do I end the friendship if this happened 2 years ago? ? Mary and I have been friends for about 3.5 years, and 2 years ago, she did something that made me feel extremely disgusted and violated. Before the incident happened, Mary and I would get together every few weeks, and we usually stuck to the same routine. We'd go to dinner, then hang out at her place for a bit before putting on a movie. The TV was in the bedroom of her apartment, which she shared with her now ex-boyfriend. They had a California king-size bed, so there was plenty of room for 3 people to sit without feeling cramped. I'd sit on the left side and my friend in the middle and her boyfriend on the right side. Well, one day out of the blue, Mary tells me that she had been secretly giving her boyfriend handjobs under the blanket while I was watching the movies with them. I had no idea anything had happened. I was totally oblivious to it. Apparently, they had done it the last 3 times I was there. Turns out her boyfriend had sexual fantasies about me and wanted to act on one of them, but one of them out, and my friend agreed to help. She was laughing as she told me, and I was so shocked that I just laughed along too because I really didn't know how to react. I remember it bothered me for a week, for weeks after I found out, and I avoided seeing her for several months afterwards. But we never talked about it, and again after she initially told me. When she started hanging out again, or when we started hanging out again, she made sure we always hung out in public without her boyfriend. I should have just ended the friendship back then, but I didn't, and I don't know why, but Mary's ex recently sent me a Facebook message basically soliciting me for sex, and it brought up feelings, trauma for me. I feel disgusted and violated. I've had nightmares about him hurting me, and I feel so angry at my friends for going along with that plan. I'm even more angry at myself for not establishing a firm boundaries and not standing up for myself 2 years ago. I am normally super against ghosting people, but I don't know what to say to her. I've been ignoring Mary's text for about a week now, and she's definitely starting to realize that something is wrong. I don't know how to tell her or if I should just continue ghosting her. I feel like it's too late to be upset about it. Any advice is appreciated. Do you want me to do the...
No, just talk about it for a bit.
All right, let's talk about it.
Seems odd.
How do you react to that? What do you think about that, Kevin?
No, it's all odd. It all seems odd, like real odd. Like
Yeah.
how she ended that right there is like, it's too late to be mad. It's like, well, then what the fuck are we talking about? Like, if you ain't mad, like you could be mad. That's cool.
Yeah.
But
I think she feels betrayed.
yeah, I get that. The trauma part is, I guess I understand that, but I don't understand it because she's talking as if she knew. She didn't know until
To afterwards.
years later, where she was like, I was jacking him off. Like, that's some wild shit. I'd be like, that's wild.
It must have been a really good movie too for her not to notice.
Right. She must really be in the movies
She didn't
because it happened multiple times while they were watching Netflix.
Pro hand job.
Stealth with it, stealth.
Can we talk about his ability to be that quiet?
Oh no, he was in the moment. He just like, whatever you need me to do, I'm doing.
But
that's
I didn't catch the part. Did she say how old they were back then?
They're like
Well,
25. What was it?
yeah.
Well, is she 25 now? Or was she 25 back then?
Wasn't it like 2 years?
Probably back then. She was 25 and the boyfriend was 36.
Yeah, because he's an ex now, so.
Yeah, because
So,
you give me hand jobs underneath a blanket, you're like 16.
Yeah, not in that scenario.
Everybody don't have the same sexual curve as you.
He was living out a fantasy there, because most people ain't just getting jacked off next to their friends. So
I think what he wanted. I think he wanted the three piece.
Yeah.
He wanted the
too
3 piece,
scared to
and that was he was probably too scared to ask, and that was his way of
He was hoping she would notice and be like, "Ooh, let me jump in." That's plan, which was a horrible plan. I don't know what advice to give her. Like, leave, like, bounce.
I would just say, listen.
I would say, don't ghost her. I just tell her how you really feel, and then I mean, if you
ghost her. She sounds like
she's already ghosting her. But she's not with old boy no more. She seems like they had been friends a while.
She's a prude.
Who's
a prude for jacking off her boyfriend?
No, yeah. Well, her friend who's mad. Her friend that's mad about it.
The friend that's mad is the woman who wrote in, she's a prude for being mad about it.
Right.
I think
I'm like, wow.
I just think it's all based on the person, because like there's women, in that situation that might find it flattering. Then there's women that they take this approach. They find it being betrayed and offensive. So it just depends on the person.
Right. Because the right one was like, oh, that's what you. So what you're telling me is I could have had your man anytime I wanted him. That's what you're telling me.
Or is it flattering that she never actually approached her and said, "Hey, you want to have a threesome?" And like, but this was the compromise. She was trying to be a good friend and a good girlfriend.
Yeah, the trauma part is what throws me though. Where I'm just like, you didn't see nothing.
But thank you. But after she learned of it, now maybe
she just went.
But now that she learned about it, maybe she feels assaulted.
Is that how they react now when they find out about slavery? What?
Next to me?
Don't white shame me.
Exactly. That's why I said approved. I mean, you didn't know about it then. You found out about it now, and you're gonna act like you're really upset about something that didn't actually impact you?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my God, it happened to my watch."
The bigger question is, why even tell her?
That's what I didn't get either. Like, what the fuck was that?
Why even telling her?
Well, I mean, you don't know why it came up. You know, it could have came up in a weird scenario.
Why even tell her?
She wouldn't have fuck her too.
No.
She probably.
I had friends banging each other in the back of my car driving down a freeway. And I would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that."
But it's all based on the person.
You knew what was going on too. Like
that's why I called her a fucking prude. That's why I said she's a prude. I mean, it was a hand job. It was a hand job underneath a blanket. Come on.
But she's not approved of having boundaries.
None of her boundaries got broken.
Maybe her boundaries is she don't want people engaging in sex acts near her when she's not involved. That might be a boundary.
Prude. I'll stick to my thing and call it she's a prude. No.
Damn, so she should have just fucked, huh?
That's her stance.
That's what you're saying. She should have just jumped in, got in the skin, huh?
No, I mean, it's no reason to feel all traumatic over something that directly didn't have no impact with you.
And I shouldn't speak on someone's trauma, where they should come from, but that one's hard for me. Where it's like,
that's what she said.
Just read the edit part. Skip the next part. Read the last part.
So there's more.
Yeah, matter of fact, send that to me so I can read it too.
For the people saying I'm being too sensitive about what happened, perhaps I should have just said disturbed instead of traumatized. I never claimed that what happened was
sexual assault.
I know it's not, but what the fuck? Anyway, I know it's not, but I want to reiterate that I was literally invited over there 3 times for explicit purposes of fulfilling her boyfriend's sexual fantasies about me without my knowledge or consent. This was not a one-time spur-of-the-moment thing, which still would have been weird, but not quite so disturbing. What my friend and her ex did was pre-planned. She told me that if you think that that's normal, appropriate thing involved an unsuspecting friend, and I don't know what to tell you.
No one said it was. Like, she thinks, maybe somebody told her that's some normal shit. That's not normal.
I just feel like I'm on the fence about it all, because if she's telling you things after the fact it happened, like I said, I mean, ignorance is bliss. You don't need, like, her deciding to tell you. I guess she felt like in the after it happening, the past tense of it happening was like, oh, I should tell you this. But like, I mean, she could have really not said anything, and it wouldn't have changed how you live your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It probably don't mean that much to her.
Yeah, it was probably whatever thing, because she was in a relationship when she was trying to be a good girlfriend to whoever, and that was it. Like, it wasn't like she fucking actually involved you in a situation. She didn't throw his dick in your face and be like, oh, do something now. Like, it was more like, well, you know, I know my friend's not going to be cool with this, but at the same token, like, what's the little hand job under the cover without her knowing? Like,
I get the violation part, where it's like, you violated me, bitch. Like,
yeah.
don't be doing shit like that.
Yeah, but at the same token, it wasn't like, it was kind of like an innocent, like, as far as like, it wasn't like she was like, here, now take his dick and do this. It was more like, hey, if she doesn't know, like.
It's almost the equivalent to me as if, say, she wasn't even there, and the kink was he calls her name, her friend's name. That's still involving her as a kink. But
That's some wild
she's
shit.
not, you know what I'm saying?
Let's take it even worse. He just randomly finds pictures of her and does it without your consent anyway.
He probably does that already.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, it could be that. If you never know about it,
the fact that the fact that he found her later after he was single and slid in her DMs to try to actually get in it, he's been doing that for me.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it's something done without your knowledge, which is, I'm sorry to say, happens to all of us, no harm, no foul kind of thing. I don't know what like. I can get you feeling violated, but at the same token, if she has any public pictures of himself, I'm sure those have been violated. I mean, like,
the violation comes when she spoke it. Like that's like you said.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did she even say it? That's the weird part.
Do you think she feels violated because she wasn't attractive to him? Would that play a role? Like if she was actually
with Chris Hemsworth.
If she was actually attracted to him, she probably have a different feeling about it, right?
I don't know.
I've seen instances where that's the case, but I don't know if that's necessarily the situation here. I can say I've seen instances where a woman, when she finds the other person attractive, it's taken as flattering because she finds them attractive.
Now, the question is, would it have been different if she said something beforehand?
I think it would probably be one of those I don't feel comfortable moments and just leave it at that. I think
if she would have told her to plan beforehand, she wouldn't have came over.
Yeah, but I'm saying, would that change the relationship, you think? Or do you think they would still be able to have a relationship?
I think it would be weird, but I think she'd probably still hang out with her, but only be in public setting.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no more movie nights.
Yeah. I did definitely.
That's a weird.
Like I said, I get the violation part. Like, I get that they pre-planned it and was like, oh yeah, this is what we're going to do. But at the same token, like, if you had no knowledge of it the whole time, that must have been an awesome movie, for one.
Right.
And two, if she told you this after the case, that means you didn't even realize it was happening. So at the end of the day, did it really hurt you until you found out after the fact?
She just don't like being.
Her trust was broken. Her trust was broken.
Without knowing what the fantasy was, I don't know how to really respond to it.
She told him what the fantasy was.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I get that she feels like, wow, my friend would do this. Like,
she didn't say exactly what the fantasy was. She just said that he had a fantasy of me being there. You know,
more betrayal than
his fantasy could have been, hey, give me a hand job while your friend's sitting there.
Oh, he smelled her seat when she left.
Oh my God, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna set up a story real quick, or a scenario.
Hold on, real quick. I had a coworker who was a female driver, and she caught a customer smelling her seat one day. and she went and complained about it, and actually they took that off her route just so that he made her uneasy.
That's wild.
It's so crazy.
That's wild.
So she been sweating all day. You smell the seat. I said, okay.
But it's like not like it's hard to see that. Like what's that nigga doing? Is he? That's crazy. Sorry.
In that scenario, I'm gonna just paint this. Let's say it's not real. It's real. Who knows? So, there's a married couple.
Okay.
And she wants to divorce him.
Okay.
Right? He doesn't want to get divorced. She wants to get divorced. They go their separate ways. And she has a friend that he may or may not have met. Is it a violation of code if he slides into her DMs after she left him?
On him?
Yeah.
Wait, she left him and then he slides into her friend's DM?
Yeah.
It's tacky, but it's more of a violation on her part if she.
Yeah. I'm with Kevin on that. It's tacky on his part because that's her friend. But if her friend indulges, then she's the one that's really out of pocket. Because that wasn't a friend.
So I guess to further it, is the wife or the ex-wife now who didn't want to be with him, is she allowed to feel some type of way about him for sliding to her DMs?
No. Yes, I think she's allowed to feel some type of way about both because one, you knew that was her friend, and for her friend, you knew that was her ex. Yeah,
Because
it's
there's a lot of things too.
it's unwritten rules to shit.
Because him sliding into hers is like, so you wanted to fuck her this whole time. That's
No,
how that's
that ain't always
I
the
don't even
case.
think that.
That ain't
See, I don't feel like that. I feel like there's shades of gray, and then at the same
right.
time, the moment she left the marriage, I feel like
So I'm gonna jump into
it's
your
all
friend.
fair game.
Well, it's not.
It's all fair game, especially if she wasn't interested in being with him anymore.
Right. That's the way I look
It's all,
at it.
it might be all fair game to him, but from her side, there gotta be rules.
But
You ask your friend.
I'm saying,
Why care about her side?
yeah, she left him.
She left him. And her friend don't have to talk to her. She don't want to talk to her no more. So fuck her feelings.
That's just like that's like breaking guy code. If it was reversed, you wouldn't want your friend to slide into to allow to deal with a woman that you dealt with.
Yes,
No, but it's just like you said. What it's just like you said. It's not about your guy friend sliding to her DMs. It'd be the opposite. It would be your wife sliding to your friend's DMs, and he can decide just as easily to say no.
Even if I left, I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck you doing? What you doing? Like, you want to see me? Like, because that's like even weirder to me. Where I'm like, so you guys is apart, but you don't go into the friend circle, like."
Well, to me, I would be more disturbed by because if I'm no longer dealing with that person and she decides to try that, I'm gonna more or less look at him and say, if he said, "Hey, bro, she slid into my DMs, bro," oh, I respect you for telling me. But if he did something, then I would feel some type of way about him. But at the end of the day, I'm just gonna look at it as, oh, he tried or she tried to rattle me, and I'm just gonna look at it as that.
But that's that's where I think the messy part comes from, because it's not, oh, I love your friend. I'm trying
to rattle you, yeah.
I'm trying to get to you. Like, that's where I'm like, that's where the violation, I guess, comes from, where it's like,
because I feel like whatever she does to me is,
you think way otherwise.
Fuck yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We are not together. We are not together. You can't tell me who to be with, who I can be with. You have no say on who I can be with, and you shouldn't deny anybody that I will want to be with or mess with.
Yeah, but you don't think it's vindictive?
Vindictive for what?
The act is not a vindictive act.
No, you're not together no more.
No?
No, you're not together. Why are you gonna do? Why the fuck are you gonna deny somebody else love?
It's not love. What the fuck?
How do you know it's not love? How do you know it ain't gonna turn into love?
But what I'm saying is,
love, but that ain't love. That
you don't know.
Even on the bigger basis here, there's a code also get thrown out in the circumstance of how they
hold on,
separated.
Time out. Let me do this. I'm gonna address this. How the fuck is it love if you were just divorced? Where did they find the love?
I said you're denying the love. If you were saying that you can't hook up with somebody because they were your ex or whatever, you don't know. I'm not saying it's love at that moment. It can turn into love.
No one said you can't do it, but I'm out of the equation now. I'm no longer friends with you. None of it.
Well, I'm just saying it can turn into love. I'm not saying it's love at that point, but when those two people hook up, it can turn into love.
Okay.
And you're sitting there saying, well, you can't date my friend?
It's vindictive. 90%, mostly of the time, it's a vindictive act.
No, that's a fucking society shit that we put on it. You're not the fuck together. Don't tell me who I can be with anymore. I don't care if it's your best friend. I don't care if it's your mama. We are not together no more.
Again, I ask.
Sorry.
The circumstances in which they separated or no longer together, can it change the code? So saying it ended messy, it ended fucked up on one side, it ended a way where the one person was just really fucked up to the other side about it. And then they go, oh, well, you can't do that now to me because we were married. It's like, do you get to use the married card if you were the one that actively ended the relationship in a fucked up way and then went and saw other situations, and then you say, oh, well, you can't do that because we were married? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you amicably split and was like, all right, cool, we'll go our separate ways, it's all love, respect there. Then also the terms where it's like, where a person did some outright foul shit to one side, does that code still apply if the circumstances in which you ended were?
To me, I'm not going in that circle. I don't want to be in that circle. I don't want anything to do with that one. Because I know for me, it's not coming from a place of me just trying to like. It's not just trying to beat.
In the hypothetical that you place, I think the code applies to the person sliding into the DM, not the person receiving the DM. Because you're saying the friend is sliding to the DM, right?
I'm saying, and no, I said the X that got done, that got
right,
the left.
Right. So I think the code still applies, and I think the code applies to the friend, not the X. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, like as far as
an ex, if you want to pursue, you can pursue. But as a friend, the friend has to uphold.
You better not say yes. Yeah.
So which code are we talking about? The ex can't fuck my friends, or my friends can't fuck my ex?
I'm more or less the reaction of the person who left being offended that her ex or his ex slided into someone else's DMs. I feel like at the point, does the code still hold up when the circumstances are a bit muddy or messy and how you guys ended?
In my mind, the code stays the same no matter what. You don't deal with anyone that your friends deal with.
I think so.
Now, we know that Hunter has a different mindset of this.
Unless you're trying to be messy.
Yeah.
It's deliberate. Like when that happens, that's a deliberate act.
You're not together no more.
But
it's only messy if you're together. The moment you guys are not together, you can't deny somebody else from being with somebody else.
You know you're being foolish. You've been friends with somebody. They've been friends with them for 30 fucking years.
Right.
You've been friends with somebody for 30 years. They've been your friend. You've been married with them for 30 years.
Right.
All right, let's pick the scenario, the significance of the friendship. Say it's somebody you kind of like your acquaintances with, but you're not close friends. Does it change the severity?
For what?
it
Like wasn't like a close friend, it was somebody you guys
the level of friendship?
Yeah.
I mean, like if it's an acquaintance, then that's different. I'm talking about when you say friend, I'm talking about like this is someone that she spoke to regularly, hung out with regularly, like they went on maybe double dates or trips together, like that kind of friend. Nah, that's out of pocket. But if it's someone like, let's say someone at her job that she only saw in passing and that was my friend or whatever, that's different. That's different. To me, that's different.
So at that point, does that code apply since it's just kind of like an acquaintance than a friend?
At that point, no. If it's acquaintance, then no.
So then if he slides into her DMs or she slides into whatever DMs and it's just an acquaintance, is it then less severe? So the reaction of the person that left the relationship is not allowed to be upset?
I believe so.
I mean,
bullshit ass codes.
Hunter, if you want to be a hoe, just be a hoe.
Yeah,
no, I'll say it like this. I'll say a perfect example of the way I truly feel about it. And I'll use you motherfuckers when hypothetically.
Don't use me.
I'm gonna use you now that you said something.
Don't use me.
If you got divorced and I got divorced, shut up. Listen to what I'm gonna say. This is the way I look at it. If we both ended up getting divorced and you ended up wanting to talk to my wife, I would not care. And if I ended up wanting to talk to your wife, you should not care.
I'm gonna shoot your ass.
Why? You're not the fuck together no more.
How you feel on that? That's not what we're talking about.
I'm gonna shoot you.
Should not fucking matter. No. Why?
Because one, I would not talk to your wife. Because I'm gonna still be with my wife.
Why? We're not together no more. You're not with your wife, and I'm not with my wife. Why can't you?
In my mind, your wife. In my mind, all of you wives are off. If I ever become single, all your wives are off. I don't even look at them.
See, fuck that code. That's that kind of bullshit that I really can't stand.
There's so many women out there. Like, I don't need to go fuck up.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit because you're limiting. The way I look at it is you're telling somebody you can't date somebody or go with somebody because does
that still apply to family members as far as like, say in this situation, it wasn't Mo's wife, but his sister-in-law. Is that okay?
Yes.
What?
Like because I mean, she's still directly connected to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't believe in the code.
It can still be messy.
I don't believe in the code, period.
That's her friend and her sister-in-law?
Huh?
What are you saying? Oh, wait. I'm saying
Because he's over here saying the scenario of, oh, what, you know, if I got divorced and Mo got divorced, then I would go for his. If I wanted to go for his wife, well, I was like, what if it wasn't his wife, but it was her sister, who's directly, you know, a blood relative to her, and you tried for her? Is it still messy because they're still sisters, and you know, you might.
That's different.
Because you talk. See, that's where I'm lost, nigga.
Because I feel like it's all relative as far as like, if we're saying, oh, if that's a direct, you know, connection to whatever, I still think it'd be like, because if Maurice and Hunter are friends, even if he tried to just holler at his wife's sister, it would still be like, nah, that's off limits, nigga, because that's still her.
I don't think that's off limits because I had no relationship with, I had no romantic relationship with my wife.
No, not romantic. I just mean like as far as saying you don't want
family.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to run into somebody you might not want to run into.
Like you might still see me at the cookout.
I just wouldn't go.
So you're saying,
you were like,
as the man, if you say you divorce, are you talking about?
Hold on. Put it this way. Put it this way, Kevin. If you and your wife separated, and then Hunter started seeing your wife's sister.
Oh, that's way different. Yeah, that's way different.
Right, that's what he's saying. So okay, now you might see pictures on Facebook with him in the picture and your kids are there.
That's gonna be what it is. It's gonna be what it is.
Exactly.
I feel like, but on the circumstances of how it ended, it might be something where you're like, yeah, I'm not cool with that. Like, I don't want to like have to see that side.
Well, if the circumstances was messy and it was really bad, you have a choice to either live with it or don't deal with it. So if you don't like the way it ended, then just don't go to the family functions that are around.
I mean, at that point, I'm only coming around for the kid anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm never going to get there, so it don't matter.
My look on it is I hate the fucking code because I believe in.
You want to be a whore. Just say you want to be a whore.
No, it has nothing to do with being a fucking whore. It's the fact that you never know where you could find love at. And why deny somebody love because of something in your past?
God, and why do you have to stop in this section?
Why does it matter?
There you go. Billion people on the planet. And more than 50% are women. And 50% women are more than 70% of legal age. And
I still feel like there's a balance to it because there have been situations and circumstances where people have bonded and found love with somebody that someone else used to be married to, or they bonded over, say, tragedy like that significant other dying, and then they bonded over, and then they end up falling in love with each other because they realized that there was more there than just being a friend. And he might have said something like, oh, like, wow, you know, I always appreciated how so-and-so was with you and how you always took care of him and looked after him. And then you realize, oh my God, I think I'm in love with her. Like, so I can say in instances, there have been instances where there have been people who have bonded and fell in love with each other. And you can't say, oh, well, you know, why did it have to be this person? It's just like, sometimes it happens. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Like,
and that's how I look at it. Because, I mean, technically, that should have not have happened because of the code, what you're talking about. And that's what I said. Why are you going to deny love?
I'm talking about, it's not even that.
No, he's talking about the vindictive shit, like where you know for a fact that this is your ex, and you're fucking, you're trying to make it messy. Like,
if you're doing it to being vindictive, then yeah, that's a different situation. I don't look at it as being vindictive because you don't know if it's being vindictive.
I get what Hunter's saying, because what if he always felt some type of way about her and he said, well, since she don't want to be with me anymore, let me shoot my shot.
And then that to me shows that you've been fucking like that whole time. Like, that's what I'm saying.
You just been waiting for your chance. That's it. You ain't really been free. You've been waiting for your chance.
But since it didn't work out anyway, does that matter if you're just trying to shoot a shot?
I mean, you're gonna do.
It does matter because it does matter because what if this whole time, every time something going wrong between them, he's telling you. So now this nigga, he getting the playbook. He got the whole playbook how to work it.
There's levels to this shit. Exactly. Exactly.
Mad about that. He's and like,
fuck that code. I don't. The code is that code is just stupid. It's amazing how many dumbass codes that we have in our society.
There was a video I saw, there was the Storm Power. He had a video where he was trying to prove a point about men and women in certain situations, and one of them was when the two friends see two girls and they're like, the men reaction to seeing two women, they'll go up to them and be like, hey, me and my friend was feeling you, like, are you single? And she's like, no, sorry, I have a boyfriend. And then she's like, well, he's like, what about your friend? And she goes, you're not going to talk to my friend after you just try to talk to me. And then on the reverse, if a woman walks up to two men that are single and goes, hey, we thought you were attractive, are you single? And he's like, nah, I'm not, but my homeboy over here is single. Like, it's a whole different perspective of it. Like, we'll throw the alley-oop and be like, oh, I'm not single, but the homie is. Like, where a woman go, you're not going to try to talk to me and then talk to my friend. Like, it's just, I think we view that whole situation differently. Like,
I think some women will pass them off.
I remember I was in that scenario. I didn't handle that well. I should have just said yes. No.
I think it's,
yeah, what you get at my friend? I should have been like,
have women done that? Have you seen women literally pass off like, I'm not single, but my friend is?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, some girls like, hey, go get it, get that big girl.
I had a friend lie to the motherfucker's face, and I knew she was single. She told him no, but she was like, "But you should talk to my homegirl over here." And I knew both of them. She just passed them off. Didn't feel any way about it. I've seen it happen. It comes with a level of maturity, because a woman can look at a guy and be like, "Oh, you're not for me," but he may have been. Maybe she knew that she was her friend's type. So, I mean, you're not my type, but you might be my girl's type. So here, talk to my friend.
But you don't think that in those same scenarios or situations that she may throw it back in her friend's face when they get in fights? He tried to holler at me.
Well, that's always possible when it comes to women. It's women. They lock and load ammunition their whole life to use on people. Yeah, that's always possible.
I'm not going to comment on that one.
That's a precocious thing. I don't think sometimes some women should understand that. He shot at me first. It's like he was spraying the club.
Yeah. It's like who do I pick? We should. How did they say when they chase down when they chase down an animal?
Oh no! Well, sometimes when you hit the club, you go Gatling gun style. You just flood.
That's what I mean. It's like you look at that one and you're like, okay, I might have a better chance with that one because of whatever extra reason. But in reality,
it's also well, he shot at me. Well, that's because he saw you first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or they were both equally the level of attractiveness that he found. He's like, I could go either or, bro. And then he's just like, well, I'll shoot at one and then see if nothing don't stick and the other one does. Like,
right. Like I said, throw your dick around. I said that all the time.
The funny thing is what's funny to me is when you see the videos where the dude shoots the shot and then he goes and he meets her sister, like, man, fucked up.
I mean, picking when friends are together, it could be as simple as what the person is wearing or why he chose that person over. So I mean,
or maybe he hollered at you first because he thought you'd be the easiest.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Thing. It's not always you should be proud of.
That's what I was saying. When animals are chasing them, they take the most easiest one. He might have thought you were easier.
Yeah, or uglier.
And thought he
had a better chance, and then the other, he was actually my attractive friend here. Oh shit, that's the one I wanted anyway. Thanks.
I won't talk to a girl who got ugly shoes on. So it's like if I see two girls,
period.
If I saw two girls together and one had nicer shoes on than the other one, I'm gonna go to the one with the nicer shoes on.
I don't even look at shoes.
So do you want?
I don't have no kind of shoe fetish or foot fetish. It's just, to me, when you care about the cleanliness of your shoe, it just shows that you actually are a cleaner person.
I don't think I've ever looked at a woman's shoes.
So if your shoes is dirty, that means you dirty?
Yes.
That ain't true.
I must be dirty, nigga, because all my shoes dirty. I don't clean shit.
And then I don't equate it to that because I feel like the one that always keeps, possibly could always keep the nice done-up shoes is either a more expensive solution. Because she's going to expect that shit to be upkept with you.
We're all different people on this earth, and that is my thing. If I saw two girls and they were equally attractive, had damn near matching outfits on, and then one had a fucked up pair of dirty ass shoes, I would talk to the one who got the cleaner shoes.
I don't even think I even get down to the shoes.
Like what?
Yeah, I'm not even looking at the. Yeah.
I think I go from the knees up.
I will say. When your feet are too big for the sandals, I can't fuck with that.
Oh, I hate fucking sandals. Oh, I hate sandals. I have a passion of hating sandals because that's just me. That just shows that you're just being lazy.
Damn,
Wearing sandals is being lazy? Hold the fuck. Hold on. You gotta explain that shit. How the hell is wearing
Okay,
sandals?
no, hold on. Let me clarify. When you say sandals, I'm talking like flip flops.
I'm a halfway be with you on this, and this is where I come with you on this. Pause. This is where I join you. If you take the time to put on a full ass outfit that's just fly, and then you walk out in some slides, I'm like,
like some Jordan slides.
2 seconds to put some damn shoes on.
I'm talking. You're not okay. So you talking about like slides? You ain't talking about sandals that go with the outfit.
No, that's me. Where
I'm talking flip flops in general. Period.
Sound like.
What if the flip flops go with the outfit?
No. If those shoes ain't got a real sole on them, or some kind of platform, or some kind of tennis shoe, or some kind of thing,
put the fish in it too.
So you gonna just discount all the women out there that like wearing flats?
All of them.
Yeah, pretty much. If I had the choice to pick between somebody wearing flats or somebody who actually has on some kind of shoe, I would go to the one who has on a shoe.
And I would say the woman wearing flats that's the hard worker because she want her feet to be comfortable.
I don't know if they don't look comfortable. They look like just a piece of cardboard.
Situation when I was in the club, and there was this chick. She was very attractive.
So
she was dancing on somebody. She was twerking, and I couldn't trust her.
Why?
You don't know why?
Why?
Because her eyes were cocked like a pistol. One eye was looking at me, and one was looking clear across the club.
I mean, she get down.
Well, I mean, what's wrong with that? You just turn her sideways
because she's always looking. She's always got her eye on a new option.
Right, yeah. But if you turn her sideways, she can see your dick and your face at the same time.
She could always looking for her new
Can
situation.
You see out of those? Is it like how do you see out of those? I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either.
Like,
I feel the same way about women who wear hats.
What?
Yes. Oh, women who wear hats annoy the shit out of me.
So wait, so you can fuck your friend's ex-wife. Women can't wear sandals.
So it sounds like as long as he see her in sandals and a hat, does it matter what kind of hat?
If you're using that hat to cover up, I don't like it.
To cover up,
what if she having a bad hair day?
Exactly. If your fallback is hats, I don't like. Have you ever been around certain women who always seem to have a hat on? I'm talking about those.
They ain't got their hair done yet.
I will say that some hats are witchcraft because I've seen some hats cover up the biggest fucking noggins I've ever seen in my life, and I'd be like, "Holy shit, you have all that head under there."
Paul. I want to know. I don't see what's wrong. I don't get it.
If she wears a hat consistently, wearing a hat to the gym, fine. Wearing a hat to whatever, going shooting, fine. That also fine. If the hat has a reason, I'm all for it. But if you wear a hat as your fallback to go out of the house, the majority of the time, no, I wouldn't. No,
I don't agree with that.
There's my trigger warning.
I don't agree with that at all.
The hat at the gym.
I don't agree with that at all because sometimes they wear a hat because they don't have time to get their hair done. That's not equal across the board for all women. Some women's hair take longer than others. Some women can't just get up and just brush.
Right, but I'm not talking about the oddity or not the norm. I'm talking about the woman who makes it the norm to wear a hat.
My wife just wore a hat for 3 weeks straight.
She like hats.
Yeah, well, we ain't gonna be fucking.
Anyway. Hunter, when you said
I ain't talking about that. I'm just talking about a hat. Period. I'm not.
When you said hat at the gym, there was this chick at the gym who was she had a hat and a hoodie, and then she was dancing right next to me as I was working out.
A hat and a hoodie.
And she was like getting like her b-boy dance on, and it was throwing my rhythm off. And she thought she was getting it. She wasn't, and the rhythm was fucking me up, and I was trying not to laugh at her.
Was white chicks?
No, she was literally on some b-boy shit. Like every time she would do her set of whatever, she would start doing like the kick and the rhythm, and like she thought she was really getting it. But I said whatever song she was listening to, it's off rhythm. No matter, I don't even have to hear the song. I know it's off rhythm, and it was triggering me because every time she would do it, I was like, she's really throwing my fucking rhythm off. Like I said, if she don't fucking stop, I'm gonna laugh in her face because it was really, she thought, and she was in there. I said, she's in her own world. I respect it, but you're not getting it. Like it was kept throwing my rhythm off. So when you said Jim in the hat, it triggered me. That was my trigger warning.
Like I said, I get situations. It's just the ones who always, it's a default for them all the time. Those are the ones I'm talking about.
You missed out on some good.
Did I? Are you sure?
Them dirty Chuck girls.
Then you gotta think about the confidence though.
You said those dirty girls. Oh.
What about when they wear sandals or flip flops, are their feet rough looking? Or are they wearing them with socks?
That's different. Oh, with see, when I see the socks and the slides in the outfit, I get mad.
That's what I'm saying. So if they're wearing the flip flops and she has nice feet.
I'm a hypocrite, nigga. I dress like that.
Because I said you talking about me right now. Because I put some socks and some slides on the heartbeat.
I'll be judging people.
You should not be wearing socks with slides.
Yes.
No.
I wear socks with my Crocs.
Socks with my Crocs. That sounds like a
song. Sounds like a dope country
song. Socks with my Crocs. Yeah, whatever. That's
9 times out of 10, if a woman wearing sandals or flats with the feet open, she got her toes done. And a lot of times, a lot of women wear shoes like that to show off that they got their toes done. Mm-hmm. There's purpose behind it.
If they have nice feet, I can't co-sign the. If she has nice feet, then that lets me know that she actually gives a fuck about her feet.
But she just discounted in the Hunter's book because she got on sandals. Fuck out of here.
I just know if she has crusty feet, then I'm all the way with Hunter. If her feet are crusty.
If I have the choice between the two, I will lean to the one who has shoes on. Now, if she's the only one, yes, that's different.
What I'm still saying is, if there was two of them and her feet were nice, I'm leaning towards the girl with the sandals on if her feet are nice. Because at least she gives a fuck about her feet.
At least she washes her ass.
No.
Because I've seen some crusty feet.
And the one who has shoes on and take care of their shoes usually are good too.
Then what if you take them shoes off and she has...
What the fuck, are you eating her feet?
And you gotta think about this. She might cut your feet. She might cut you in the bedroom with her feet.
The sharp ass toenails.
You try to cuddle or do some sort of footsie shit, and now you fucking got...
She gonna gargoyle you?
Fucked up feet.
If I'm taking the girl with the fucked up feet, I'm not cuddling. There's no cuddling involved in this.
Wow.
It's a hard fucking triangular stance.
You know what?
You're seeing scratch claws in her fucking vinyl in her fucking bathroom. You see fucking scratch claws on the floor.
You're digging in that linoleum.
Have you ever actually been with a woman like that?
I fucked up.
No, I haven't. I stay away from feet.
Exactly. Okay, that's fine. But I mean, that has not happened to you. That I know it ain't happened to Mo, Kevin.
For the last 22 years, I've been with one woman.
Exactly. That's why I said I know it ain't happened to you.
You might be great on a hiking trip. There's no other purpose.
I can honestly say I can never think of anybody I've ever been with that's actually had ugly feet like that.
I guess you're right. No, I haven't.
No,
I mean, it's criteria in the moment where I was like,
if you guys want to frequent like a gym or playing outdoor sports, you might be your pick.
I understand that the whole truly ugly feet with claws on it don't really exist. It's an oddity in the world. It's a minority that's not really there.
What?
The ugly foot thing where people say, "Oh man, she got claws on her feet," and this. I mean,
dancers tend to have feet like that. Yeah. That's why they got to do extra care for their feet.
Especially ballet dancers.
Oh yeah, because they
got to take extra care of their
ballerina
feet.
Dancers. Yeah, but you don't see fucking people's feet like that. And if their feet are really like that, their whole body is like that.
No,
that's not true.
If she got fucking claws on her feet and dirty, nasty, ashy feet with claws that could cut her fucking skin, her body is going to be the same.
Take her to the lake.
Cut a skin.
Her body is going to be the same.
She's going to catch you some fish.
No, I mean, we all have our personal preferences when we find somebody attractive at something.
Yeah.
All I'm just trying to say is fuck that code.
At some point too.
Fuck that code.
I shouldn't have said that. That was the wrong.
What'd you say? Dumpster diving? Who's dumpster diving?
Nothing. I didn't mean anything.
Her feet throw up West Side.
No.
You gotta make it work.
I've seen a lot of feet in my life, and I have yet to ever see a fuck that's been really just. No, I take that back. I've seen some ugly feet, but they're usually by women who are like in their 60s.
I don't know, man. I feel like you might see some of them and be like, she might fuck in the bathroom.
What's wrong with that? You should always be with somebody who's willing to do it anywhere.
Oh Lord!
When you see Yabba Dabba Do feet,
we're too old for that shit.
Oh
free treat.
You ain't never too old for that shit.
A big stall. It had to be like one of them family bathrooms. Because now I'm not fitting in that. We are getting arrested.
I can tell you this: I have no intentions of ever trying to join the Mile High Club. The Mile High Club that has no interest in me at all.
The what?
My
The Mile High Club when you do it on an airplane.
He said the Mile High Club. I know you guys. He said something else, but
I said the Mile High Club. I said the Mile High Club. It just didn't come out like mile, motherfucker, mile, M-I-L-E, mile.
Instead of spicy.
Oh my God!
You want mild spice. You don't really want the heat, right? Mild spice.
I said mile. M-I-L-E.
Mayo? Single de mayo?
That could cut a skin.
Motherfucker, I have an accent. Let that shit go.
You have a what?
All I'm saying, I ain't trying to fuck on no plane.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
They cut a skin.
Sometimes that accent comes out, but nah, dude. Whatever, bro. Back to what we were saying. Fuck that code. That's so stupid.
And I'm sweating like a pimple one ho dog.
With that being said, this has been episode 108 of the Heavyweight Podcast. We thank you for rocking with us. Like, subscribe, share, comment.
Tell me how you feel about the code.
Again, with that being said, one more time, I am Stel McFly, signing off with these three guys. Go ahead and state your name one more time.
What Lawrence the Splash, or the Ash Brother, baby? Put the elbows in your face.
That's more legal.
Fuck your code hunter. That's I'm gonna leave it like angry. That. Yeah, because I always know I'm different. It's what it is. Thank you for listening to us.
All right, two
Hit us up. Please shit. Deuce.
We out. Peace.
It's a wrap. That's all she wrote, folks. Thanks for tuning in once again. You can check us out on all streaming platforms. Click like, subscribe, leave some comments. You know what I'm saying? Is it Monday yet? Hello. Every Monday you got new episodes, so tune in. Have a blessed one.